Hello Cherries fans, and welcome to my reaction of that Brentford game. I do apologise that it's a little bit jiggly. Of course it's been a tough couple of days, but thank you to everybody who have sent me so many nice messages as well on Twitter. So it really does show this, what a lovely community that we do have here at AFC Bournemouth. But yeah, my reaction, as you can tell, I'm a bit windswept, to be fair, just walking around Pool Park, moving on. Yeah, so I went into the game with no expectation. Of course, Solanke was injured, which was a bit of a shock. Ivan Toney, of course, played for Brentford, so the expectation had already gone down a little bit for the game. Let's talk about that first goal, which the penalty, it was very, very well worked by Toney, to be perfectly honest. I think he knew what he was doing. Senesi tried to stop him. Was it a penalty? I guess by the laws of the game you could say it was, but he was very clever in what he did, and as a result, if Ivan Toney's put on the spot, you most of the time expect him to score. And then it was just downhill from there. In the first half, we just didn't have any attacking impetus, and this is the problem: is the attacking side of our game has completely gone out the window when we got a goal behind. So yeah, it's very, very disappointing, that first half. When Shriki Dembele come on, I thought he was brilliant, and to be perfectly honest, I would be starting him against Nottingham Forest because I think he's shown, what a good player he can be. He's quality. He's absolute quality, and I don't understand why he's not been given more of a chance. He's still learning the game. He's still learning his trade, but at this level, but there's, without a shadow of a doubt, he can do it. And if Danjuma comes in, I think you could make an argument for them playing on either side. I think Jaden Anthony did all right, but yeah, it was a bit of a struggle. Lewis Cook going off early in the first half didn't really help things. Ben Pearson does offer something a little bit more, but he does probably lack that quality that we require at this level. But he offers something a little bit more physical, and something that maybe Premier League teams aren't used to. So yeah, I think he against the bigger teams, I think he might be a perfect person to have on the pitch. What do we need? Of course, Atara looks like he's coming in. Mark McAdams mentioned that today, and I'm quite excited by that signing. I think he will be a really, really good player to have around the squad. He's very skillful. I would like Moffey as well, who looks brilliant. And I was really, really surprised when I saw him, playing for Lorient. There's been a lot of negativity around that, to be fair, and I can understand that, because we wouldn't want it the other way around. We would be a bit disappointed if we were the feeder club for them. It appears that they're the feeder club for us, but they are 6th in the league, and despite getting beaten on Saturday by Marseille, or Sunday, I'm not sure what day it was, I think it will work well for both clubs. Bill Foley won't want either club to get relegated from their respective leagues, and I've got full faith that Foley will get it right here. I think he's already shown that he's willing to put the money in, with the Atara deal looking like it is going to happen. Brentford were a step ahead of us. Somebody like Ben Mee is really what we wanted in summer, and what we didn't get. Senesi is a good player, don't get me wrong, but I think sometimes he's a little bit lightweight. That's something he needs to work on his game. Premier League can be a bit of a physical league, can be a challenging league. Maybe that's what he's not used to, whereas in Holland, it's a lot different. So yeah, let us know what you think. By all means, send in the videos. Is Gary O'Neill safe? No, it's most definitely not now. I think there is that real concern. Will he be in charge for Forest? Well, it looks like it's going to be Gary who'll be taking that team, but I think he knows himself he's probably in the last chance saloon. So the question is I don't think the owners will do what they've done before. And what I mean by that is I don't think they'll wait, sack a manager like they did with Scott Parker. And to be honest, that had to be quite immediate because of the comments after the Liverpool game. You can't have a manager taking us into a game after he said that they're not good enough, many more defeats like that of the magnitude that we had. So Wolves and Forest, we got 4 points from those. So the question is now, I think what they're going to do is, if they are thinking of replacing Gary O'Neill, I think what they'll do is they will find the next manager and then replace him. You know who I would quite like, and I think that speaks for itself. I think Carlos Corberán is one of those men. I think he'll be a fantastic manager at this level. He, of course, we were rumoured with Marcelo Bielsa, and I think personally, if you can get the understudy who's worked with Marcelo Bielsa, the man that you wanted or was rumoured to want, but somebody with a little bit more staying power, which I think Corberán has got, that makes it's a win-win situation. He's done very well at Huddersfield, done very well at West Brom. I would encourage everybody to listen back to our free-for-all when we had the Huddersfield fan come on, because what they said was really, really interesting. So that's one option. I think the other option is Ronald Koeman. He will ask a lot of money, but he will be able to help us take us to the next level effectively and be able to attract probably better players. But Gary O'Neill, if it is going to be, that Gary O'Neill is going to be sacked by the club, he's done everything within his power. He should not have any shame whatsoever. He's done a remarkable job, before the World Cup to get us where we are in the league, especially after the poor performance against Liverpool and against Arsenal. We can't forget the Arsenal game, I don't think, because in that first 20 minutes we were rolled over by them, and yes, we come back into it a little bit, but I wouldn't say the Saliba goal was anybody at fault. So yeah, let us know what you think, and until the next one, up the cherries. And thank you everybody again on Twitter and on all social media as well for the lovely comments. It's been a crap couple of days, put nicely. Of course, as everybody knows, my daughter was taken into hospital on Saturday night. To be honest, she was cuddled up to me watching the Brentford game, and yeah, it's not been particularly nice, but hopefully the worst is out of the way, and yeah, we shall be back to square one. It's getting a bit dark now, so